6.6 transformation. So a dilation is a transformation commonly in a coordinate plane that stretches or is shrinking. So when have you heard dilating before? Your eyes. What happens when they dilate your eyes? Yep, your pupils get bigger, right? So your dilation is getting bigger. A dilation can also get smaller. Okay, so it's getting bigger or smaller. Okay, so commonly a coordinate grid that stretches or shrinks a given image in order to create a similar figure. Okay, so they dilated going from this guy to this guy. Okay, in this situation, it got bigger. Every dilation has a center of dilation, a fixed point in which the figure is reduced or enlarged from. The center of dilation is most commonly the origin. Okay? How do we find the dilation? So let's say we have an original point that's an XY point. Okay? What we do is we take our K factor. Anybody remember what K factor is? I think we talked about once and only once. Yep. So we take our scale factor, and we just multiply it to each coordinate. So we just do K times X and K times Y. So it's just like what we've been doing, how we've been doing, like if I'm going from one figure to the next, I just multiply it by my scale factor. Same thing here. We just do it by the numbers. So what I want for us to do real quick here is list out each of these points. So list out M, N, O, P, and find their coordinate points. So go ahead and do that real quick. What's M at? 1, 3. What's N at? O and P. I think it's negative 1, 0. Okay. What does it say in the directions our K is? Yep, 3. So, M prime. So your first new figure we call prime. What do you think your second figure? If I were going to take that next figure and make a third figure from it, what do you think that third figure is going to be called? So we have the original, then we have like M prime, and then we're going to have M double prime. Okay, I'll show you what I mean. So M prime would be the new points after I multiply by the scale factor. So what are the new points? What's your scale factor? 3. Multiply it by your points, and what do I get? 3, 9. N prime is at what? O prime is at 6, negative 6. And P prime is at negative 3, 0. Okay, right. Okay, now go ahead and plot those points. And label them. There's our new figure. How many times do you think our original figure will fit into our new figure? 9 times. Because each side length increased by how many? 3. But remember, when we're talking about area, what do we do to our scale factor? We square our scale factor. So what's 3 squared? Yes, 9. All right. What I was talking about earlier is if I were then going to take these points and then do a new scale factor of, let's say, 0.5, we would call the new figure M double prime. because it is the third figure in the set. Does that make sense, what I was saying earlier now? Okay. All right, next page. Okay, what I want for you to do is I want you to write the original coordinates out, A, B, C, D, then write the new coordinates, A prime, B prime, C prime, D prime, and then write the dilation. What do you think the rule is to go from A to A prime? Does that make sense, what I want you to do? So essentially find the K. So go ahead and do all that real quick. What was A at? B? C? And D. Okay, someone new. What's A prime at? B prime. B prime? Are you sure?
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Okay, thanks. C prime? You're -3. D prime? What's K? How do I get from this guy to this guy? Divide by 2. In K world and scale factor, it's always multiplication. So how do I say that differently other than divide by 2? So it's 1/2. Could they have also put like 0.5? Possibly. Most likely you'll see it as 1/2. Does that make sense? Okay, awesome, guys.